All right, good morning, everyone. It is 10:44 in the morning of August 16th, 2021, and today I get to do a $44 recap. I definitely went into the attitude, I went into the trading morning with the attitude that things were slow, and they definitely were. They definitely were slow, but I can see how it was even just that little bias of it's a slow morning, it's a Monday morning. It kind of handicapped me. So let's just kind of go over it here. There was only one stock that I really had on watch this morning, and that is SONO, SONO. And I had levels this morning on SONO at, I think they're still up. Yeah, there they are. Let's pull up the 10-minute. $39.22 and $38.37. Now, I had a feeling this morning, I doubted that price action would take Sonos all the way down to this region. I had a funny feeling. And this, in my morning strategy session, I said, I'm going to have to keep a close eye on where this opens. There will be other opportunities, and there are going to be some adjustments to the open. And I don't know why I didn't keep that in mind after the market opened. I don't know why I didn't, listen to myself, essentially. So here's the Fibonacci retracement that I had on pre-market. That's what got me the 39.22 level and the 38.37 level that you can see here. Now I'm going to erase those, or maybe I'll just make them, make them invisible. Now you can see here those are okay estimates. Those are okay, for levels, but it's the open on stocks like this. So here's the open over here at 42.34. Is that right? Open 42.21. Why? Oh no, that's the current price. Okay, so 42.21 is the open, and look, it came right down to the first Fibonacci level that I have, and bounced and turned around, and so it's kind of like I didn't make the adjustment. I didn't make that opening adjustment, that opening price adjustment on Sonos, and I was kind of flying blind without it. I was kind of, my levels were just a little bit off, and not giving me good signals, or indications of where support and resistance would be. So I didn't do a very good job of trading Sonos today. Really had a great entry, and then chickened out of the. I had a good entry, and then chickened out of the run. So let's see, Sonos. I made 8 and 9 cents per share on 200 shares. A whopping, what is that? 200 shares, probably about $18 on 200 shares of SONO. And I bought it right here at $40.84. I bought it where this green, you can see where I put this green mark in right here. This green mark right here. And I bought it for the run up to the open right here at 42.20. Now, the move after this pivot, you can see this morning pivot right here. I had this morning pivot marked off. And when I got into this trade, when I bought into this trade, I was willing to wait to see what it would do at this morning pivot. And sure enough, it came up through the morning pivot here. This is a really, really nice trade. Came up through the morning pivot, came back, tested it, and then kept moving on to higher prices, past the open. Now here's the open. 42.21. And now it's kind of, it dipped back down again below the pivot and so forth. But it gave the trade. And if I had done what I had said I was going to do, which was move my Fibonacci to the opening price, I would have been probably would have been in this trade, at an even more optimal price, at approximately 50 cents lower. So, it's hard to be really satisfied. It's hard for me to be happy. I mean, I get to be happy with it somehow. I get to figure out how to be happy with it, but I didn't trade it very well. And it started. So I got into my price and it started to come back down, and so I sold and I got out of it. I got out of it, above break even, which is better than red. But then I missed out. I mean, it almost immediately took off to the upside after I got out of it. And I don't remember where. I don't remember if it was this candle or if it was this candle where I got out of it. But I got out of it just slightly above break even, and got out of it just before it made its really nice run here. So it's too bad that I didn't profit on that trade like I should have. So there was a lack of confidence. I didn't have a good amount of confidence as to what was going on because I hadn't adjusted my opening my Fibonacci on the opening price, so then. Yeah, just kind of was downhill from there. Fortunately, not so downhill that it was a losing trade, but not the winning trade that it could have been. TVTX, this is one that I put up real quick at the sort of in the middle of my morning session because it started to pop up pre-market. There's good news with this thing, but there's not. So there's phase 3 trial sort of outcomes, desirable outcomes that this thing has met, but it hasn't gotten phase 3 approval yet. So I was a little bit skeptical of TVTX when it was popping up. I mean, it's good news. I mean, the news is great. Disease drug meets phase 3 trial main goal in interim results. So phase 3 isn't over yet. It meets, this company's drug has met its main goals in a phase 3 trial. It's nothing to sneeze at. It's a big deal. But it's not what Wall Street is willing to really go bananas over yet. I mean, if you consider this thing, let's see, it's up 20% roughly right now from Friday's close. So, I mean, there's definitely some upside to it. But as far as it trading, like going nuts and trading, into the 50s and stuff like that, it's just not happening today. So ENLV, let me see here. There were 2 stocks that I started to pay attention to after the open, MILEW. Yeah, this thing's done nothing. So let me pull up MILEW and bring it down. MILEW. And so this was the other, MILEW is the other stock that was popping up pre-market there, and it just didn't do anything. It just, I think it was popping up 50% pre-market. Pardon me, but it just wasn't doing anything. So then regular hours after the market opened, ENLV popped up, and I took a stab at this one right at the highs. So I was going on price action here, and so I put in an order for, I think it was 200 shares of ENLV. I put purchase in to buy on the ask at $13.10, and I got filled at $13.05. Now this was a losing trade for me, and fortunately I was able to let it go relatively quickly. I mean, I got into this thing for the break of 13.10. It didn't break. In fact, it went the other direction completely. So I lost 34 cents per share on 200 shares, which came out to $67.50. 34. Yeah, so it must have been slightly less than 34 cents lost. Well, this thing came up. It tagged 13.10 again, and then just got a beat down. I was able. I mean, it happened fast, and so I was able to let go of it at let's see, roughly 34 cents. So at roughly $12.70 is where I let go of this thing, which is right in here. Right there. I let go of it inside of this candle, and it just hasn't done anything for the rest of the day. It's just kind of, wound down. So I was fortunate to have let it go at least there, minimize losses at least there. I would have liked to have gotten out at 20 cents loss. That's usually, my max loss cap on small cap momentum. But, 15 cents on 200 shares traded, it's not catastrophic. And so then I was like, the morning was just slow. I mean, it was really, really slow. And so I was just kind of looking around at stocks that I have, on watch, things I've been keeping an eye on for a while. And Airbnb got down to this level again. And so I bought 100 shares at this 146.11 level right here. Let's see if I can pull it up here so it's easy to see. Yeah. So 146.11 is an entry price for Airbnb, support price. And fortunately, I was able to get on only 100 shares, only about 100 shares. I was keeping the risk kind of low. I was able to get 95 cents or just shy of 95 cents per share for $94 profit, which put me green on the day, and that put me right in, like, when I got out of this trade, it was right after 10:30, and so I was like, okay, green. Oh, it's funny, I just noticed that I put a negative symbol. Oh no, it's positive. Okay, just the way I was looking at it, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So you see how it looks like a negative symbol, but then I pull it over and it's a plus. All right. So yeah. So basically a break-even day. I mean, $44, is a break-even day essentially. But at least it's not a red day. So yeah. All right, everybody. Well, let's take a look at what's going on in the larger market. Let's see. The SPY is pulling back just a tad. I mean, it's back 0.63%. I mean, no big deal, really. And then we've got the VIX, fear index. I put an alarm on the fear index here. I put an alarm at 18.21. If the VIX actually went that high, I was looking for, it would have gotten my attention to then start looking for opportunities to go long the SPY using options. And so it hasn't hit it. It spent last week basically trying to get down to this support line to break down below. A breakdown below here would be really nice. Got a pop up here on Monday. SPY's coming down. So, yeah. Let's see. Bitcoin's pulling back just a tad. Just a little bit. And let's see. Coinbase here is trying to hold on to this 256-ish area. So, all right. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the day, everybody. It's quiet. It's really quiet. All right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell. And I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.